What's up, guys? Nobleman Nick here. We got a special video. We're going to show Wave 2 that came in the mail, an unboxing, and also the promo figure, the pirate figure. So we're going to unbox him, and then I'll show you a couple things at the end that I got on National Heroscape Day. So, with that, we'll start with that pirate hero. Cornelius Breach. So it shows all that. Shows his little bio. Alright. Let's see what's in here. Definitely want to be careful so you can keep the box. Because it's a cool little box. It has his bio and whatnot. Alright. Alright, he's in this plastic, and as you can see, he comes out really easily. He fits in there good, though. Yeah, looking at him, it seems like the paint job's pretty good. I don't see anything wrong with that. He's like a demon minotaur. So he's got the horns and he's got a really big blade. I'll go ahead and read his card for you guys too. I'll show you that. So he's Utgar. There's his stats on the front side of the card. And the back side, if you want to pause that and read any of that. But it says he's a Demotar, which is a demon minotaur, like I was saying. He's a unique hero, a pirate. He's crafty, which is a new one. He's medium 5, and he has all normal stats. 80 points, which is normal. But then he has first assault 2. So when he charges up to you with this big sword that he's got, he can chop down and hit you for 5 instead of 3. Then he has mutiny, so basically the chosen captain for the pirate squad, if they get wounded or they die, this guy can take over for them and be the new captain for that squad, and give them the benefits of what that power gives. And he also heals his wounds when you do that. So that helps him survive longer and hit hard over and over again. As long as you play it the right way. Alright, well that's Cornelius Breach. And yeah, he has a nice silver colored sword, nice bronze sort of armor. And I think everything looks pretty good on mine. Yeah. Alright. So we'll move on to the next one after I put this back. Heck yeah. Alright. Next one we'll do will be the Revna's Rebuke Kiri Warriors. So you got the Kiri Warriors in the photo there. And there's a lot of cool ones. That art. Some cards on the back. The bio there. The Battle of All Time. That one I don't know if I've ever read, so I'll read that. It says, above the clash of summoned creatures on the ground below, the wings of Valhalla's native Kiri warriors beat alongside the drums of war. Among the throngs of combatants, heroes rise to lead their people, each armed with artifacts and magic unique to their general's tribe. These winged warriors command an array of tactics for battlefield control. So yeah. And as we know, there's some Kiri for some new teams like Vidar and Aquila. And then Revna gets an extra one too. And the other two are Ular's Kiri. Alright, so open this up. Whoa, okay. Now I know what they meant. These do look cool. Here's all the cards. Dang. Well, who should I start with? Let's go in order of the cards that they gave. Let's see. Alright. So Revna's second Kiri is Kilocrax, the Kyrie Warrior. So they're on those little bases. She has a whole bunch of little skulls at the bottom of her, which is pretty crazy. But they're undead, so that makes sense. She's waving her hand around because her ability is to pull you in with her magic. Her spear's got some bones on it. Nice. I see a couple little spots where I could improve some of the paint that got from one spot into another, but that's always a thing, so not just with the new stuff. So this says she's undead, unique hero, warrior terrifying. She moves 6 and flies, so she's fast. She has 4 attack, so she can fly above you and hit you with like 5 if she wants. That's pretty insane. 95 points. Everything else is pretty normal there. Witchcraft telekinesis. So also the other Revna Kiri that we got in the master set has that ability where if she dies, she can put her life drain on another Revna warrior. This one is a Revna warrior, so you can use that. You can put that Kiri figure on her when the other one dies, and it will give her the life drain ability for as long as she's alive. And it's really cool because she can hit hard, so she can get kills to get that life drain, and she has this ability that I'm about to talk about, but Witchcraft Telekinesis. After moving and before attacking, you may choose up to 2, I forgot about that, it's 2 different small or medium enemy figures within 5 clear sight spaces of her. One at a time, roll the 20-sided die. If the chosen figure is a squad figure, 8 or higher will work. If they're a hero figure, 17 or higher will work. And you may place the chosen figure onto the same level space adjacent to Kilocrax. Figures moved by that will never take leaving engagement. Yeah. So, basically, if you're choosing 2 squad figures, on average, you'll get one of them each turn. So, that's nice because then every turn you can kill somebody and heal a wound. And she has 5 life, which is decent. So, if you play her right and there's not a whole lot running around at the time, she can get a lot of kills and just keep healing. So that's cool. But yeah, there's her again. Yeah, she looks good. Alright. Let's do the next card. We got Glenerva, the Kiri Warrior. This one is probably the one most people are most excited about. For one, because she's Aquila. And that would be the first Kiri who follows her. She's a fearsome warrior. Moves 6 and flies, so fast. Everything else is normal. She's 90 points. And her other abilities are Hanwi's Darkness, when you reveal an order marker, you may also reveal X. So on the turn that you're playing her, you can also reveal an X if you have the X on her. And until you reveal an order marker, Glenerva and all small, medium, and large figures within 5 spaces of her cannot target or be targeted by non-adjacent figures with a normal or special attack. So she can basically move up melee armies and make it so they can't be touched to give them a better chance against range. And then she herself has concealment 17. So when she's about to take wounds from a figure who is not adjacent again, so this is against range. If she gets a 17 or higher, you may ignore any wounds that she's about to receive, but you can also add to the 17 as many spaces as between her and the figure targeting her. So if they're 6 spaces away, that'd be 11 or higher, which is good. That's really good. So that can help her survive and keep people coming in. So that's awesome. So, and yeah, the first Aquila Curie. And here's what she looks like. So she's from the Moon tribe, according to her bio, which is what Aquila's Curie have always been from. So there's that moon sickle spear there to show that. She's got dark feathers for her Hanwee's darkness, I think, mainly. She's got some feathery armor. It's kind of like a sun going around her eyes. She has red eyes, so that's pretty crazy. And then she's got like a feathery dress. Yeah. That's kind of going along with the whole native and animal type figures Aquila has. So, really cool. Good paint job. I don't see at all anything really. I'll leave her alone. So yeah, she'll be fun. I'll show you how big all these guys are too in a second, actually. I'll grab someone. I figure everybody knows. We'll grab an Azumi Samurai. So, compared to an Azumi Samurai, we will show Cornelius Breach. So he's pretty big. His card did say medium 5 still, but he's kind of big. And these two also say medium 5 so far. And, you know, that makes sense if you're not including their wings being way up there. And their wings don't count as a target if you're shooting at them. So, there's those wings. Alright. Next one. Another one I think's pretty cool, who I think would be fun to run with Raylan, is Milky, the Curie Warrior. If you want to pause it and take a look at it. Milky, let's see, a Kyrie unique hero, warrior inspiring, cool, medium 5. I think she's a little bigger looking than that, but that's okay. And she can fly 5 and attack 4, so she can hit hard if she lands above you. Usually flying can allow that. She can also attack 2 times, which is really good. And then she has Spear of Senkari. So when she destroys a figure with a normal attack, which is her only kind of attack she has, you may choose a small or medium friendly figure within 4 clear sight spaces of her. Small or medium one. Remove a wound marker from the chosen figure. Milky cannot heal herself, and it cannot be used when destroying destructible objects. So yeah. So she can heal friendly small or medium figures when she destroys a figure. And she can attack 2 times, so She can heal people 2 times with her heavy attack. So that's pretty awesome. That's why I'm saying she's going to be good with Raylan because, especially like in an end game possibly, it just would be annoying. Like you're trying to kill Raylan, but then this Kiri is killing your guys and healing Raylan. Then you try to kill her, but Raylan's given her 5 defense, 5 life. Pretty tough. I think it'd be fun, but you guys might have other ideas for her. But the figure is freaking sweet. Everybody's talking about that. She has some big wings. Oh, wait a minute. The picture looks like that one. That's not the right one. This is the right one. She still looks cool. So, this is Milky. She's got antlers. They both do. It's kind of confusing. But, in fact, yeah. She has a sword, though. She has a spear. Okay. But yeah, there's Milky. So, she looks kind of like a medium 5. Here she is next to the samurai. So yeah, and the paint is really good. The brass is really nice. Everything is nice and separated. Very nice. Very green, like Ular. So yeah. Alright. I like the antlers too. It's pretty cool. Now let's go with Xiomara, another Ular Kiri. So we already had a couple. I think we only had 2, Sayland and Atlaga. And now we have Milky and Xiomara. So Xiomara is the one I started to show you on accident, but she is also a Kiri unique hero for Ular. Oh, Noble Warrior. So, Nobleman Nick, Noble, yeah, pretty cool. So, I'm liking that. She has normal stats, normal 80 points, but she has flying, so she's a little quicker, obviously. And then Amulet of Pavatar. Pavatar? One of those. She's holding the amulet in her hand, apparently. So, when a Kiri you control who follows Ular within 6 clear sight spaces of Xiomara, the Kiri warrior, receives 1 or more wounds, you may roll a 20-sided die. That also includes protectors of Ular, not just the heroes. So if you roll an 8 through 16, ignore all but 1 wound just received. So that only helps heroes to survive with up to 1 health left. But if you get a 17 or higher, you can ignore all wounds. That helps any Ular Kiri. So the protectors, and if you have Atlaga or Xiomara, Sayland. So yeah. So here's that picture. She's looking pretty cool. And that's this one. So yeah. Oh, and she's also one of those figures that isn't exactly on her base. You can't really tell much, but maybe her tip of her toe is. But she's flying. She's being held up by her cape. She's got huge wings. I mean, she's definitely got to have the biggest wings in the game for the Kiri so far. And they're all spread out, opened up. It's pretty cool. She has a sweet sword. And she has a very dark face. And then just tons of armor on her. Very thick brass, bronze armor. It looks really good. Lots of detail. Yep, nice. And the wings are so detailed. You're gonna love that. She might be the best one in here. So far, at least. And I'll show her with next to the Izumi. So, she's a medium 5, but she's kind of on her tiptoe and spread out. So, But yeah, she is sweet. I also think the targeted area on the card is a little off because it's showing her cape. But I think that's because if she's turned around and you can't see her legs, obviously you'd be able to target her. So I think that's why the cape is a hit zone. So you could probably argue if someone was shooting you from in front and they only saw the front of the cape that that's not her, but if she's turned around it would just be able to be targeting her. But the card's showing it all red, so that'll be up to you guys, I guess. Leave it up to you guys. And the final Kyrie, one of the coolest ones, is Queen Kyrian. Here's the card. Vidar, the first Vidar Kyrie. Once I made a custom that was sort of a Kyrie. Here's the back. But there's never been an official one, so it's she's gonna be a Kyrie, unique hero, a queen, and tricky, medium 5. So she's kind of the new leader of Vidar, according to the bio. But she's pretty undead looking and very metallic, raveny looking wings. And yeah, I think it's cool that she's a queen. There's customs right now that have abilities that can go with queens. Like those mummy guys. Can't think of their names right now. But she has different stats somewhat. She moves 4, but she has stealth flying, so she's pretty much normal speed. But she has disengage, that means, which is sweet. 4 attack, that's high. 4 defense with 4 life is pretty normal. And then Heartfinder Spear 12. So that's a pretty cool thing with her. Before attacking with Queen Kyrian, you may roll the 20-sided die. If you roll a 12 or higher, so after you move before attacking. If you roll 12 or higher, a figure attacked by Queen Kyrian may roll no more than 1 defense. That's crazy because he might go against Charos or some kind of robot, whether it be a Deathwalker or a Major or whatever. That means that if she gets the 12 or higher at least, they cannot roll. They can only roll one defense. So maybe they got rats in front of Q9, that's their whole army. If you have Queen Kyrian here, she isn't the fastest, but she does have a disengage type flying move, so it would only take her a couple of moves to chase someone down if they don't have very far to go, especially if they're hiding behind the rats and they don't want to go anywhere else. So she can get to them potentially in a couple turns, get the 12 or higher, and really wreak havoc on them. Oh, and she's 110 points, so yeah, a little more than the other ones. But what do you expect? She's a queen. Oh, wow. I get what they're saying now. So here the figures are like very dark blue wings, but it's sweet how she's holding her spear. She's about to jab it into something, and it's a long spear. It's freaking cool. As you can see, that is awesome. And then her hair is crazy long. Look at that. I didn't think it was that long. Her hair's like down to her knees. Actually, it's probably longer if it wasn't so wavy. It's pretty cool. Yeah, she is ready to jab a samurai in the back. But there's that size comparison, so pretty good. Pretty spot on with her. I'm liking that. I'm liking that. So that's the Kyrie. So if you want the Kyrie set, that's what's in it. There's also a little more art on the back and whatnot. Maybe I'll turn it this way. There we go. That was cool. And I cannot wait to play some of those Kiri. Alright, I'll put those up here. They can stay there. Now, we got these guys. This one is the Revna's Rebuke Iron Lich Viscera and Necrotech Warrior. Wraith Riders, sorry. Necrotech Wraith Riders. So first you got his big picture. Their little picture there, they're actually kind of big. And this really cool in-depth art here. Dust's flying and whatnot. You got his sweet art on top. You got this sweet art on this side. So this is a really cool box to keep. You got another one. I'm going to read this bio, but here's what this looks like. It says, Revna has risen. As the other Valkyrie scramble to unearth her secrets, she remains one step ahead, looming in the shadows. Her troops, on the other hand, make their presence known. Between disruptive chain grabs and vile speed-boosting injections, those who stand in Revna's way will face an Essenic army unlike anything Valhalla has ever seen. Ooh. Because these guys are all Essenic, which is basically slightly bio, but mainly robotic. As you probably all know. Alright, I will open these. Oh yeah, and I think each of these two big boxes was $65. The other one I got for free at National Heroscape Day just for showing up. But Cornelius Breach will be like probably $25 later. Maybe it was 20. It was 20. Yeah. $20 later. For anyone who doesn't get them. Alright. So, you got your wound markers and vial injection yellow markers here. It's pretty cool. I'll add them to my wound markers right now. My special wound markers are somewhere else, but those are right there. Alright. So, I will show you the squad first, because that's the card on top. And we gotta work our way to the big guy, right? So, Revna has some more new guys. So she's got 2 Kiri, a pirate hero, pirate squad, and a wizard undeady hero. And now she has this squad and this big huge hero. So, these guys are Essenic. Apparently they're medium 5 again. It is what it is, I guess. They're unique squads, so you can only have one of them on the battlefield. They're a Marauder, which is kind of a Velcro thing. But if you look at her team color and emblem, it looks like she's basically replacing him, so it makes sense. They're wild, and yeah, medium 5. So, stat-wise, they're 90 points for regular stats, except each of them gets 2 life, which is awesome. Another 2 life squad. And they get 8 movement. They have rolling movement, though, so they can't move more than 2 level spaces up in one turn, which is not a big deal on competitive maps, because there's barely any of those. And then chain grab 9. After moving before attacking with them, 1 at a time, each Wraith Rider may choose an enemy small or medium figure within 3 clear sight spaces, whose level is no more than 11 above them or 6 below their base. So, Or no, below their level it says. But if you get 9 or higher, you roll the 20-sided die. If you get 9 or higher, place the chosen figure on any empty same level space adjacent to the Wraith Rider. Figures moved by chain grab do not take any leaving engagement. A figure can only be moved by chain grab once a turn, so they can't each grab him. So, yeah. Here's the front of it, by the way. That cool art. And here's that if you want to look at it yourself. And yeah. So the ball kind of has, it looks like the base has almost like sand rolled up. I don't know if you can tell it from maybe that angle. But they got like a palish skin. They got blue like energy things sticking out all over. The vial injection serum looks the same. And then they got, yeah, a big chain whippy thing. Mine's going around his, there we go. Saw blade. Freaking sweet looking. That face is crazy too. He's got like a mask on and everything. Oh, and here's their size comparison. So, yeah. They're going to be rolling in. Here's the next one. This is the guy that has like a skull face and his mouth's wide open. If you can see that, he's pretty cool. I like all these little blue dots all over them. That's pretty sweet too. Then he has like a big blade arm coming out. Kind of like Negaxa, only his is robotic. And they're very muscular. Probably for grabbing you with their whip. So that's that guy. I think I like him the most. And then this guy's whip is sweet. He's really whipping it around. He's got like a machete there. So yeah, these guys are sweet. Their paint job's really good too. That's mostly what this is about, is how they look. So, and the orange looks cool. It's not weird like we thought it might be. Alright. Wild, it says they were. Nice. Alright. Iron Lich Viscerat is next. The big boss of the Ascenics. His card is cool on the back, so let's see what it says. Ascenic, unique hero, warlord, terrifying, and huge 11. If the medium 5 looking figure says anything, he's big. But being a warlord, he can be bonded with the Romans. So instead of just having me Berksa for range, they got this guy. And he's not as fast, but let's see what he's got. He's got 5 move, 5 range, 3 attack, 4 defense, and 6 life. So he lives longer. He's 150 points. But he has reasons for that. He has Dismissive Strider. Iron Lich Viscerat can move through small and medium figures, does not take leaving engagement attacks from small or medium figures, and can target and attack non-adjacent figures while only engaged with small and medium figures. So if you're small and medium, he can basically just ignore that you're there altogether. You can't do leaving engagement on him if he walks through you because he's so tall, and he can shoot at whoever he wants. If someone's trying to use the rats or green scales or whatever, use minions of some kind, not like necessarily the minions, but just the little pawns to distract you from a hero, he can just ignore that and go for the hero or whoever he wants. So And if he's on height, you know, a range attack of 4 is pretty good. He also has Vile Injection, which there's 3 little wound marker looking things for that. You begin the game with 3 of them, once per turn before moving another Ascenic figure within 5 sight spaces of him. You may remove a Surge marker from his card and add 2 to that figure's move and attack values until the end of the turn. So, yeah, if they're within 5, it just says an Ascenic figure within 5 spaces. So you can use it on something from Wave 3 coming out. You can use it on his squad guys, which then his squad guys would be able to move 10 and chain grab from 3 away. So they're going to be great against range, melee, whatever. They're going to basically be able to hit anybody first if they want to. If you Vile Inject. But it's just one figure at a time. Then Ironclad Puppeteer, after revealing an order marker on him and taking a turn with him, you may take a turn with another unique Ascenic hero or squad figure you control, which is cool. I kind of forgot you can do it with a hero, so the Hellforge Manticore from Wave 3, if you want to bond with him, you can. So you can send these squad guys out, run all over, and then you can bond Hellforge with him. Hellforge can just swallow things up, and then he can shoot at whoever he wants to. So that's just awesome. Being able to move 2 huge figures around at a time is going to be sweet. So here he is. So I see what some people are saying. But yeah, I'll start with the paint is really nice. He looks like he has a tiny bit of wear and tear on his orange paint. So there he is. He's got his gun there with the Vile Injection. He's got his 4 back arms here. He's got all the injection going up into himself. And his just massive legs, which is sweet. And then he's got his robotic arm here. His little grabby 3-finger arm. And he's got a big wicked grin. I don't know if you can see it on here. But yeah, spooky guy. Spooky guy. And compared to other medium 5 figures, this is how big he is. That's why they can't do anything to him. His abilities. So I'll show you him next to another huge one, because, I mean, that's the only thing you can do, right? To compare. So let's see. We'll use this guy. Everybody knows who this is. Torkelnaw. So yeah. Here they are next to each other. So yeah. He's a little higher up than even Torkelnaw. Especially if you don't count his spear. And the width is practically the same. So it's going to be fun using the Ascenics against really everybody. Especially if they're with Romans. The base of mine is a little wobbly. Not bad at all. But I may do that boiling trick to flatten it out. You boil it a little bit and then put it on something flat to flatten it out. But it's really not bad at all. So maybe, maybe not. Maybe I'll do that. Maybe I won't do that. He just has a little wobble. That's that new plastic that they use. Alright, put that back. He's going to take up a lot of space on my Revna wall. Alright, if that's all you guys came for, we can see you next time, but I did win a C3V or an SOV custom. I don't remember what he is. I'll tell you in a second. That I can show you, and just a cool dice tray that I got, or dice tower that I got at National Heroscape Day in Saline, Michigan. So if you're around Saline, Michigan, if you're around Michigan, Northwest Ohio like me, Saline, Michigan has tournaments every month, and they got cool prizes. So I'm going to show you that a little bit right now. As long as you stick around. So we got this dice bowl. It's like, from certain angles it's like red, from certain angles it's black. It like changes. It's 3D printed. So that's kind of neat. It just depends on your angle. Like this looks red to me, but this looks black. But if you turn it down, the colors change. So pretty sweet. But it's got like spiders and crystals all over it and stuff. You can dump your dice in here and they pop out down here. So you'll see this in some videos coming up. Some battle videos. And if you are into any of the C3V SOV figures, this one's SOV, that's what he is. So here's the front of his card. This guy's name is Masha Shingai. So, and then here's the power side. Now, just a quick overview of this guy. He's yokai, which is some kind of spirit. He's for Einar. He's a unique hero. He's a samurai. He's terrifying. He's a large 6. And he has 6 move with 5 attack. And then 3 defense and 5 life is normal, but 5 attack's high. He doesn't have Counter-Strike even though he's a samurai, but he does improve Counter-Strike for other samurai. Here's the figure. So he's really sweet. He's got like fangs, if you can see that. He's got a blue flame. He's got a big sword, some spiky armor, samurai armor. So yeah, I got to put him on a different base still, but yeah, Terror of the Honorless. If there is at least one unrevealed order marker on him, which could be an X order marker, then all squad figures within 4 clear sight spaces of him must subtract 1 from their attack dice. Samurai are not affected. So if you have an army of samurai, they're fine near him, but the enemy subtracts 1 attack. So especially if they're melee attackers and they're within 4 of this guy, they get -1 attack. So if they have like a normal attack, like the Romans of 3, Counter-Strike's kind of hard to do, but if they're, close to him, he makes them only have 2 attack then, which means the samurai can Counter-Strike more, which is sweet. Because you love to see the samurai Counter-Strike. And the samurai, even in uniques only, they're a little weak, so it's cool to get another guy to help them out. And then his other power is Fiery Retribution 13. So when he or any samurai or yokai, like his species is, when any of them that you control within 2 clear sight spaces of him receives 1 or more wounds from a normal attack by a figure that is not adjacent to the defending figure, and Masha is not destroyed, you may roll the 20-sided die. If you roll a 13 or higher, the attacking figure receives 1 wound. So it's basically Counter-Strike to ranged figures, and it's if you get a 13 or higher. So even if your defenses aren't great, like, I don't know, Kazuki or the samurais with the bows and arrows, they might not have a great defense, but if they're within 2 of him, they get potentially to Counter-Strike range, which is awesome. So yeah, this guy, he's not an official unit, he's a custom unit, again, by SOV. So C3V and SOV are customs, if you didn't know, that you're allowed to use at most tournaments, just not official Renegade tournaments. But most tournaments will allow them, so if you use them at most tournaments or at home, you can get this guy or some other stuff from C3V SOV to change things up and make some other armies more interesting that you enjoy. And I like the Samurai. I think most people do. This guy's 110 points, so you can check him out if you want. Again, his name is Masha, like Masha, Shingai, Shingai. So you can look him up. Yeah. So I plan to make some videos sometime soon with this big guy and all the Kiri, just to test them in different armies and show you guys what some of that action looks like. So hopefully you stay tuned in the next month or so. And in the next week or two, I'm planning on doing a Halloween battle with like undead versus the living guys. Last time we did a 1,000-point undead army versus a 500-point everything else pretty much that you want, just to see how long they could survive. So if you want to see that, make sure you watch the next video or the next couple videos. Keep your eyes open. With that, I think that's all I got. So safe travels, everybody.